When we do word problems, it's really good to kind of focus on the last statement. So how much does one hot dog cost and one hamburger cost? Because that statement allows us to set our variables. So just keeping that in mind, I'm going to read the question. It says the cost of 40 hot dogs and 23 hamburgers is $66. The cost of 32 hot dogs and 50 hamburgers is $116. How much does one hot dog cost and one hamburger cost? So I'm going to state my variables first. So I'm going to let x equal the cost. Okay, so again, make sure you keep in mind the quantities. X is the cost of hot dogs, okay, and y is going to be the cost of one hamburger. So once I've set my variables, I can now come up with some relationships. So the first relationship is going to be based on this statement here. 40 hot dogs and 23 hamburgers is $66. So my first relationship, I'm going to write this as 40. So we want to find the $66. We want to calculate $66. So we need to take the 40 hot dogs and multiply it by the cost for each hot dog. That gives me the cost for the hot dogs plus the 23 hamburgers. We have to multiply that by the cost of the hamburger, and that gives me the cost of that we paid for the hamburgers. And in total, that's going to equal $66. So I have dollars plus dollars equals dollars. So that's all consistent. So there's my first relationship. My second relationship is going to be based on this statement here. 32 hot dogs and 50 hamburgers is or equals $116. So I need to come up with another equation for cost. So 32 hot dogs times the cost per hot dog is going to give me how much I paid for hot dogs. 50 hamburgers times the cost per hamburger is going to give me the amount I paid for hamburgers. And that total should equal $116. So again, I have dollars and dollars equals dollars. That's all consistent. Okay, I can't have hot dogs plus hamburgers equals dollars. That doesn't make sense. So I have the cost of the hamburgers, cost of the hot dogs equals the total cost. Okay, so once I've done that, I now have my system of equations. So I'm going to try to match up the 40 and the 32 because 23 is a prime number. It's not a very nice number to work with, so it's going to be much easier to match up the coefficients for x. Now, you don't have to do this, but make this a little bit easier to work with is if I divide the red equation by 2 because it has a common factor of 2. And all that this is going to do is allow me to work with smaller numbers if possible. So in this case here, the common multiple of 40 and 16 is 80. So that's going to give me a smaller multiple than doing 32 and 40. That's going to give me a bigger multiple. So to get the multiple of 40, sorry, multiples of my coefficients on x matching, I need a multiple of 40. So I'm going to multiply equation 1 by 2. That's going to give me 80x plus 46y equals 132. And I'm going to do the same thing with equation 2, except I'm going to multiply this one. I need to make the 16x match the 80x, so I need to multiply by 5. That's going to give me the 80x in equation 2. It's going to give me 125y, and that's going to equal 58 times 5. 58 times 5 is going to be 290. So I'm going to go 50 times 5 is 250. And then 5 times 8 is 40. 50 plus 40 gives me the 90 for 290. Okay, so then I'm going to subtract these equations. I'm going to subtract the red from the blue. So I end up with, in this case, I'm going to end up with negative. So this is going to be negative 79. Okay, so 46 minus 125 is negative 79y. And when I subtract these, I'm going to end up with 158 negative. So then solving for y, the cost of each hamburger is going to be negative divided by negative positive. So the cost for each hamburger is going to be $2. And then solving for the cost of each hot dog, I'm going to plug that into equation 2. I'm just going to plug that back into equation 2. I get 16 times the cost of each hot dog plus 25 times the cost of each hamburger is equal to $58. So 16x plus 50 equals 58. So 16 hot dogs is going to cost $8. So each hot dog divided by 16 is going to give me 50 cents. Okay, so that's the cost of each hot dog is 50 cents. The cost of each hamburger is $2.